might have been an internationally renowned professional cricket player. Or he might have become a successful proprietor of an ironmonger's shop. Or he might have made his fame in front of the footlights of English music halls, tossing off ditties such as "They're moving Father's grave to build a sewer" and "The little shirt my mother made for me" with great aplomb. But it is to the everlasting good fortune of the PM industry that he chose a career in metallurgy. Alan Lawley was born in the city of Birmingham in the English Midlands in 1933. He attended King Edward's School, Aston, a highly respected school for boys, and excelled academically. During this time, he also polished his cricket skills, playing for the All-Birmingham boys team and achieving reasonable success as an opening fast bowler. During his next to last year in high school, he was awarded a state scholarship, meaning he could pursue admission to any university in England. His headmaster urged him to consider Oxford and Cambridge, but Alan's passion for cricket stood in the way. To attend either of those universities, he would have needed to take a 6-week summer course in Latin, which would have interfered with his cricket schedule. So it was on to the metallurgy department of the University of Birmingham, whose faculty boasted such material science luminaries as Alan Cottrell, Geoffrey Rayner, and Alan McQuillan. After earning his bachelor's degree in 1955, he stayed on to pursue a doctoral degree, which he received in 1958. During that time, he had occasion to meet Robert Madden, chairman of the School of Metallurgical Engineering at the University of Pennsylvania, who was spending a sabbatical as a visiting professor in Birmingham. "If you're interested in coming to the States, drop me a line," Professor Madden told Alan. Itching to cut the umbilical cord, he did just that and was offered a position at Penn. He spent 2 happy years as a postdoctoral associate, doing research on electron beam zone refining of refractory metals. Although he had intended to return to England after his stint at Penn, his plans changed when he met and married a young lady named Nancy Kressler. He was now in the States to stay. He accepted a position at the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia, where he stayed until 1966, doing very intense, productive contract research in such areas as beryllium alloys, thin metal foils, refractory metals, and deformation fracture. Feeling the need to find a position that offered more people interaction, he then accepted a post as an associate professor at Drexel Institute of Technology, soon to become Drexel University. It was here that he had his first encounter with powder metallurgy. In an effort to help level the playing field for smaller U.S. research universities, including their collaboration with national laboratories, the Department of Defense began awarding them projects through a program called Themis. Drexel was awarded a $1 million project on powder metallurgy, in which they would collaborate with the Frankfurt Arsenal in Philadelphia. George Dieter, who was head of the Metallurgical Engineering Department, saying he was much too busy with teaching and research, tapped Alan to manage the project. "You'll be the principal investigator," he and fellow faculty member Dick Heckel told him. And so, practically overnight, he was launched into a career that would see him become a world authority on powder metallurgy. The project, which was to last nearly 5 years, was fascinating and highly instructive, since it involved every step in the process, from atomization to compaction, from sintering to economic evaluation. For Alan, it also fostered a career-long association with Haganus, which was conveniently located across the river in New Jersey. The Themis program provided an excellent platform to recruit graduate students to do research at the master's and doctoral levels, and senior thesis work for the bachelor's degree, in all aspects of powder metallurgy. He notes with pride that many of the students he has advised over the years have gone on to attain important senior positions in the PM industry. Alan succeeded George Dieter as head of the Department of Materials Engineering at Drexel, a position he held until his retirement in 2003, after which he has continued serving as Professor Emeritus in the department. That early Themis program also motivated Alan's first publishing efforts on the topic of PM, beginning in the early 70s, the same period in which he began attending the annual conferences sponsored by MPIF. That ongoing association culminated in 1984 in his being asked by Kemp Roll, in his capacity as publisher of APMI's International Journal of Powder Metallurgy, if he, Alan, were interested in succeeding Henry Hausner as editor when the latter retired at the end of the year. Alan accepted and is now in his 28th year as editor of the journal. Alan has been a prolific contributor to the literature of PM science and technology, publishing more than 300 papers during his career. He is a longtime member of the MPIF Technical Board and has participated in numerous seminars and conferences, including his role as Technical Program Co-Chair of the 2008 PM World Congress. His career-long service to the powder metallurgy industry and contributions to materials engineering and science have long been recognized by his peers. His honors include the MPIF Distinguished Service to Powder Metallurgy Award in 1991, induction as a member of the first class of APMI Fellows in 1998, and his induction that same year into the National Academy of Engineers, an honor bestowed on only one of every 500 practicing engineers. Alan has remained as active as ever since his retirement from Drexel. In addition to his duties as editor of the journal, he does consulting for a company on whose board he had served for many years and interfaces with students. And once a year, he still plays cricket for the Marion Cricket Club, arguably the oldest cricket player in North America. He and Nancy spend a great deal of time with their 3 daughters and 9 grandchildren, all of whom live within easy driving distance, including an annual 2-week vacation in a beach house on the Outer Banks. The PM industry is fortunate to call Alan Lawley one of its own, and on its behalf, MPIF is proud to honor him with this prestigious Lifetime Achievement Award.